'Tis the season, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oliver from Rugby League, in my opinion here. It's time to get some Christmas-based content out there. So I thought, what can I do this year? I know I can be the messenger for Santa. Basically, I think it was probably last Monday, it was a while ago, I put a question sticker up on the Instagram story asking you guys for your Christmas wishes for Santa, NRL-based or Super League-based, of course. And a few answers came in. Some odd wishes there. Some very wishful wishes, of course, but it's all a bit of fun. And basically, I'm going to read out the wishes here today and maybe give my thoughts on how likely they are to happen. But without any further ado, get yourself a cup of, what are they? It's eggnog they usually have over in the States. I don't know, a cup of whatever. Sit back, relax, put some Christmas music on in the background, and let's get into these wishes for Santa. We kick things off with a wish from a long-time follower, CJ. CJ's a Bunnies fan, so I bet you can guess what he's wishing for in 2022 from Santa. A South Sydney Premiership number 22. Personally, I don't see this one happening. I feel like South's Premiership window ended with the grand final last year. Bennett and Reynolds going is just too much, and what they're being replaced with. There's nothing against Jason Demetrio. I actually think the Bunnies will still make the top 8 next year. However, he's going to have to work out some kinks. He does have a really good side though, but you need that game controlling half. Ben Hornby confirmed on Rabbitohs Radio, I believe the other day, if you haven't seen them, check them out, that Lachlan Ilias is likely going to be starting at halfback in 2022, and he's not had too much experience, so we'll see how that goes. But unfortunately, this one just might be a bit too much of a stretch for Santa to bring you, CJ. Onto a wish from James now, who is a Rooster supporter, and if you've seen the thumbnail to this video, then you probably know what James is about to wish for. Brandon Smith to come to the Roosters in 2022. Got to put it out there, at the time of recording, the Roosters have not confirmed that they've signed him at all. I know Melbourne have confirmed that he's leaving, and Cheese pretty much said everything he could other than I've signed with the Roosters, but the club's still got to confirm it for 2023. Is there a chance he could go there in 2022? I think there is, but I lean a bit more towards no. There'd have to be some moving and shaking. A bit of moving and shaking, I'll put it that way, for this deal to happen in 2022. I think Santa could do it, but it'd be hard for Santa to do. Onto a question from... Need to stop saying question. I've edited myself saying question about 5 times already. I'm not going to do it this time. They're wishes from Santa. Got to keep getting myself for that. Bad habit. Okay, Eels to win the Premiership. I think their Premiership window closed at the end of 2020, to be honest. A lot of people are saying that this is their last year to win a Premiership. I didn't really think they were a chance in 2021. I knew that they'd be in the finals. I hadn't seen a more popular prediction last year, actually, than Eels to finish 6th. And they finished 6th. So, what does that say about them, really? I know a lot of deals have now happened with players leaving and Gutherson's re-signed, but I feel like this whole situation with all the off-contract talent, is it going to help? I just think they'll sort of be thereabouts again, probably around 6th, 7th again. Like, they'll make the 8, but I don't really see them contending for the Premiership. In 2021, I get the argument that they beat Melbourne twice during the year, and they nearly beat Penrith, and then they would have versed Melbourne again the next week. But put it this way, if Para versed Melbourne in the prelim, I think Melbourne probably would have been able to handle them. Anyway, that one's a bit much out of Santa's reach there, unfortunately, Eels fans. Onto a wish from Co. Had to stop myself from saying question again. All competitions at all levels go through the season uninterrupted or cancelled. Yep, I think that's pretty easy for Santa to do, and I hope he delivers on that. On to a... nearly said question again. I'm going to keep picking myself up on this. Onto a wish from Ben about the Tigers. Tigers make the finals with an Alex Twal try. Now, I have a question for you, Ben. If you want to comment down below, because I'm interested. Is your wish for the Tigers to make the finals and Alex Twal to score his first ever NRL try during the season? Because I feel like that's what it is. Or, even better, the Tigers make the finals through an Alex Twal try. As in, he scores the try that gets them into the top 8. I mean, I'll put it this way. For Alex Twal to score a try, you know what, Santa? Come on. Santa should be able to do that one. But, Tigers to make the finals... They've done some good business. They're building towards something. Got some good players coming in 2023. But I feel like they're sort of just going to be cannon fodder a bit. I don't think they'll be terrible. I don't think they'll necessarily be as bad as in 2021. Although they showed good signs during the season. The Tigers are a Sydney-based club, so they're always going to be made to look bad. They're just going to be somewhere around 10th to 14th. Around that area, I think. But they're building towards something, and I feel like there'll be a more positive attitude towards the Tigers 2022 than there was in 2021. Even if they finish around the same spot, because we'll see actual signs of progression. Charbel, now, Parramatta to win the comp. I take you to the answer I gave before, and the same question. Oh, same wish from Lily. You know what? Can someone out there go back and take note from the start of the video all the way to the end? Hopefully it's not many. And keep track of how many times I've said question instead of wish. Please do that for me. On to driver now, though. Melbourne Storm win the 2022 Premiership. They're one of my 3 contenders, so I've got to say good chance. They're not the team I am tipping to win the comp. But Santa probably could do that one if he felt like it. I don't know if he does, though. Swinton. Let the Roosters miss the 8. Maybe not a Roosters supporter here, old Swinton, but I don't think that's going to happen. They had over half their worth in salary cap out last season, and they still managed to make the second week of the finals. So I think that one might be a little out of reach. Lyric Warriors to do something. Now, this is going to sound a bit harsh, but I actually had the Warriors 8th last year, so I had them doing something last year. Sorry, I should say in season 2021. However, I've actually got them 15th at the moment in 2022. I see a bit of regression, unfortunately, for the old Warriors, so I'll give you a wish to Santa, but it might be just a little too hard for him, unfortunately, there, Lyric. Now, we've got a wish here from Marty, and I personally really like it. In fact, Marty, I'm wishing for the same thing for Christmas from Santa. The Titans to win the grand final. I wish. I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. Look, Marty, I'll be passing on your wish right next to mine. I'll be saying to Santa, look, 2 people are wishing for it. Can we work something out here? Top 4, come to a compromise? I'll try my best, Marty. That's all I'll say. I'll try my best, but yeah. Anyway, on to Dean. And Dean is a Canberra supporter. Raiders top 4 again. The Raiders are a team where they've still got a pretty similar side to the 2019 grand final side, at least a lot of the players. 2020 nearly made the grand final again. It got a week away. 2021 was a shambles. So if somehow everything clicks, it is not out of the realm of possibility that Canberra do finish up near the top 4. Am I tipping it though? No. Do I think it might be a bit of a stretch for Santa? Well, Santa could do it. Put it this way, Santa could do it, but he's just busy with some other wishes right now. Maybe he'll get to it right before Christmas and it might happen, but it's looking a bit unlikely just due to the time, so... unlikely, unfortunately, Dean. I'm sorry Santa's broken your heart, but unlikely. Just don't go expecting it. Could happen, but don't expect it. Got one from Bailey now. Cowboys get at least top 8. Look, I don't want to say it's impossible for Santa to grant certain wishes. Okay, I don't. But if I was ever going to say it, unfortunately, Cowboys fans, it's here. I am tipping your team to win the wooden spoon in 2022. You can at least take solace out of the fact that I have never got a correct wooden spoon prediction in the preseason. Never. So maybe that saved you guys. However, I have also never seen one team be such a popular choice to finish last? I don't think Santa's going to be able to do Cowboys making the top 8, Bailey. I'm sorry. On to Bo, all Queensland teams to make the finals. We'll refer to my previous answer I gave for Bailey because the Cowboys, shock and horror, are a Queensland-based team. I really don't think they're going to make the 8. Do I think there's a chance Titans and Broncos will make the 8? Yeah, so, hey, Bo, maybe if you want me to compromise with Santa, I'll try and compromise with Santa and we'll get Titans and Broncos in there. I'm happy to get the Titans in there. Broncos, sure, why not? Hopefully you're not a Cowboys fan and that's not the main Queensland team you want to make the finals. But, yeah. Anyway, on to Big Les League podcast. Shout out to Big Les. That's for Souths to get a solid 7 for 2022. Refer back to the first wish from CJ and why I don't think that can happen. Souths need a solid game controlling 7. Bit hard for Santa unless, I don't know, Daly Cherry Evans wants to get a release and Souths have the money, unless Nathan Cleary somehow wants a release. There's just no game controlling 7s that are free agents at the moment. The closest you'll get to it in terms of an experienced half that you can get right now, so not off contract at the end of this year, free agent now, is Corey Norman. Santa might say, hey, do you want Corey Norman? I think Santa's actually offering Corey Norman to different clubs as a Christmas present. So unless, Big Les, you're happy with Corey Norman, I don't think Santa's going to be able to grant your wish for 2022. Maybe have a look over in Super League. There might be a few players over there. George Williams came over, was a pretty decent half. You're not going to be able to get him, but, you know, there's some talent over in Super League. Maybe if South, that's just thinking outside the window. That's in Santa's thinking outside the window box. Or thinking outside the box window. You choose. Okay, well, we got one here from Bronx. Guess who Bronx supports? The Broncos. And he's got 2 wishes to round us out here today. Broncos beat Bulldogs rounds 2 and round 7. No injuries for Broncos players. Well, I wouldn't wish any injuries upon any player throughout an NRL season. It'd be perfect if teams could be 1 to 17 for the whole season. Obviously, it sucks if players don't get an opportunity, but as long as they're not getting injured, that's fine. So I'm all for the no injuries for any players. Might be unrealistic for Santa to do, but that'd be nice. Broncos to beat Bulldogs round 2 and round 7. I take it you're not the biggest fan of the Bulldogs there, Bronx, but at the moment I would tip the Broncos to win both games. I know a lot of people are tipping big things for the Bulldogs. I'd say probably 11th or 12th. I've got Brisbane just making the 8, therefore at the moment, yeah, I think Santa could do that. But don't be surprised if he doesn't though. I think maybe they'll actually share it 1-1. I think if I had to guess at the moment, the Broncos win round 2. This is based off no injuries. Broncos win round 2. Dogs might get them round 7. But at the moment, I think Santa can do it. Let me have a chat to Santa for you, Bronx, and we'll see if we can get that sorted. But there could be Bulldogs fans out there wishing the exact opposite. And you know what? I take it they would be. So might be a bit of conflict there for you, Bronx. As we finish up here today, I got a couple of wishes for Santa myself. First of all, obviously, I'd love to see the YouTube channel and podcast continue to grow. The podcast especially came leaps and bounds in 2021. I also got to thank my co-host Cooper, who's not been around for a little bit, for helping me out there. It's been a great year for the podcast, and the YouTube channel really started to grow a bit as well towards the end of the year with the NRL quiz series. Quizzing different players, of course. If you're not seeing the series, head to the playlist on the YouTube channel now. It's a lot of fun. So I basically wish to continue doing that. I hope that the page grows as well, of course, as it has been. And most importantly, I hope that we're a bit nicer to each other throughout the 2022 NRL season, and that everyone at least enjoys the season. No matter where your team finishes, just enjoys the rugby league product that we're getting. Because I feel like at times, and a lot of people will agree with me, it becomes a bit toxic, and I feel like we should appreciate the game just that little bit more. You know, sort of take the critic hat off every now and then, and just enjoy the product in front of us because it's still pretty bloody good. Other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm not sure how much you'll be seeing my face, my beautiful face, on YouTube before Christmas. I'll get a few podcasts out, of course, hopefully a couple of interviews, maybe a quiz or two, so you might see me there. But if not, I hope you have a Merry Christmas or whatever it is you celebrate, a happy holiday, and a happy New Year as well if I don't see you before then. I've been Oliver from Rugby League in My Opinion, and those are your NRL Christmas wishes.